Muse feature, Muse feature, Muse feature, Muse feature. From the Muse Exchange, live open mic, it's the featured artist.
There will be music in the streets, Coronas, Ghost Howl.
Somebody told me who I wasn't yesterday, and someone else told me who I was.
The river's got a name. The bridge has got a name.
Perhaps the earth will tell us when to wait, if it is not trying to bury us alive.
I should know you play dirty when I was 22 and you were 30.
Stand by the kitchen window above the sink and take long drags while talking to me about, I wish I could have remembered. Should I have?
In this early dawn of happiness, he whispered the sun, he whispered the stars.
Invading my space without ever being there.
I always got the black licorice pipes and the multi-roll. Then for a nickel, I got a turkey strap.
They keep on changing, but people stay the same. Got to stand.
I could tell you why.
Lonely waterlocked leg of land.
Go north, going north, where's my glimmer? Nowhere.
Relax, I'll pour wine.
Like water.
Ticket bought with birth of thought.
They're not open to
I
reveal.
come from the expanse of rippling through
Their
history.
noses filled with pine, their lungs echo mountain air through their bloodstreams. Girls in the woods.
Knives and diamonds, knives and diamonds, they cut you to the heart. They've already sold you before you get old. You can ask who you are. Knives and diamonds, stuck to you. Knives and diamonds, don't get the shoe.
glamorous life of a poet. This is called LES, Past and Pandemic. I was a child of 10th Street, police locks and bodegas, open hydrants, rooftops, cerveza on credit. We were poor and tough and might have seemed hard, but if a child stumbled, 100 hands reached out to break his fall. In the streets, on the stoops of the tenement skies, we were always home. Everywhere was home. I was a child of 7th Street. Tompkins Square Park was our front yard. Handball and Latin nights, rock shows on the bandshell, late nights on the benches. In the morning, we'd clear the sandbox of syringes so our kids could play, chasing each other past the wooden seesaws and the metal swings. The strip, the basketballs, the pills along 9th Street. I got the tea that killed Bruce Lee at the entrance. The park was home. I was a child of 3rd Street, the New Eureka Poets Cafe, where I learned how words could feel. Lines for cocaine and welfare cheese, heroin and poetry, pet presidential 357 baskets lowered from 5th floor windows, hands creeping out of grates, abandoned buildings waiting for developers, kids sleeping on the Star Wars sheets, 3 eggs for Thanksgiving, Bacardi for Christmas, the streets were home. Down here in the lower, below Delancey, below Browns, I'm no longer a child. The sun rises in my window. Diva, the wonder dog, and I walk along the East River some days, or maybe along South Street. Now and then along a journey across Houston, and I am home. I am home with keys and a couch, books and television, empty highways and ferries below my window. I am home, but in those pandemic times, I felt homeless. 10th Street days would flood my memory and remind me that everywhere is home. Stoops and streets and rivers and tenement skies. We are always home.
Birds of Avenue A are impressionist painters on a date with afternoon light. They swing through myths of East and West as if there were no grid before them. They soar with impenetrable dreams we've cupped in our hands, like fallen apricots, and then let go to the wind, only to see the turn of their leaves to wings, the pit exploding into transparent eye. Ever seeing, ever reaching, they fly over us, no flags, but that which alights feather and swoon, marvel and the original plan. So they raise the horizon like a swollen tent and they dive into Ararat's valley. Their migrations dazzle inside the murmur heat for miles upon impossible miles. They fill my memory with a dose of amaze. They conduct in calm internal measurements. They fly together, but on their own. They are the city's bells reverberating in the new silences of history. How clean our suffering. This is one form of flightlessness or another, shaping the contours of our sidewalk lives. And how clear their antidote to empire, to undress in manifold shades of some idea, under sun, indivisible, with direction for only the now.
Crossing Verrazano. All the other islands have names. What's with this one? Who knows? Google it. I'm driving, I cross you by the green grace of the great Adirondack Father, who shall also remain nameless. The river's got a name. The bridge has got a name. Verrazano, you came, you went, you took a powder. Old Henry Hudson took notes. What did he say about this big island squatting in the mouth of the river, green as lapidary stone, fragrant as an apple? 220 feet high, suspended in post-industrial heaven. Who knows the ways of men or islands? It probably stinks of diesel. White sails once cut through these waters, they had their business to attend to. So do I. I'm crossing Verrazano. I like the name. Smooth as a pair of teeth. What a majestic bridge to leave New York City by. Oh, sweet Algonquin River, I like the way you flow. Deceptive, proud, with some terribly important news to tell the sea. Thank you all for your attention.
Written in memory of Anthony Bourdain. You say you had a lot of love. I say I had a lot of cars and cheap hotel rooms. You had a few hotel rooms, but yours were classier, overlooking parks and mountains. Your love had views. My love had brick walls, Bukowski vibes, and stained towels. The cars were cleaner. I've always had a preference for two-door models. Their sleek exterior and sneaky legroom. Lives lived on different planets, family dinner conversations of hieroglyphics. Love is a foreign country. Excavations, ridge walking, landing on Delancey. In the end, I catch you alone. You seem smaller and a little scared, unprepared for me. It doesn't matter. I've got a foothold on the other side, waiting on the corner in the dope dealer's boots. Buildings looming, even your vision is distorted. We live in shadows. You say you had a lot of love, I say I had a lot of cars. But don't pity me, I always like to drive. Thank you.
Thank you. Was born when I was watching these older men on Ocean Parkway in Gravesend. Yeah, I don't know if anyone knows that part of Brooklyn, Gravesend. Yeah. And these guys, they're just backgammon wizards or something. They line up on the islands in between, and these older men. I was just sort of, the poem was born kind of watching what they do, And everything we're writing about, it's part of ourselves anyway. Anyway, it's called The Evening Engraved. This will be the last poem. And I'm thankful for George for inviting me, and thankful for Kenny for having me. And this Muse stuff, let it go on forever, brother. The Evening Engraved. The older men of Ocean Parkway appear like daylight fades. A slow and deliberate stirring, standing around a pair of dice and some colored markers, as if these tools were the flint for that imaginary pit of fire built to keep the memory warm. Some people say that time moves faster as we get older. If it's true that the machine we built collapses as we age, that a year, a month, a moment means not what it used to mean, if we are forgetting the distances of an afternoon or an evening's miles, then let us look to these men as they extend their glorious wings, they take flight. These proud, caped, see them race the bandit across the sky. Thank you so much.
like a gallon can of gas, like lightning in a dry spell on a little grass shack. Like a hydrogen disaster, like powder in a match, like that engine on the wing, spinning its blades, starting to sing. We're poised through gray skies to get golden eyes. I burn for you, I turn up. You're here, so high, and I don't care if I can spare it or not. Like a head of state in wartime, like investors in a crash, like a parrot with a sick kid, they're afraid of glass. Like that type A hypertensive, keep her running just as fast. Like the gambler buying credit, put the house upon the line. It's made of cards, make her lose all this time. I lay down, look through, I scrape the ground. It costs love, it costs blood, it costs my heart. Each dream, I want love, I wanna write, I want a planet somewhere in this endless night. I want you. Yeah, I can't do without your light. Like the candle in your bedroom, like the glowworm on the porch, like a spotlight on a curtain call, like that statue with the torch. Like the gemstones in your necks, and the girl among the stars, that private power dance, electric love across the sand, ignites that city in the desert's concrete heart.